No, that's not very nice. You should be nice.
Okay. All right. Oh shit, I lost some of the recent events. Oh well. Okay, so I'll do a couple and we'll hold off on the super chats. Oh fuck. Bro, she said, oh, I gotta leave at 9:30. Okay, whatever. Consensus on her?
I think she's great.
I play the fifth.
Come
Yeah,
on.
me too.
Yeah. Not touching that
No
with a 10-foot
comment.
pole.
She's fun.
Avery.
I think it made the stream a little more interesting. For sure.
She's a fireball.
Yeah.
She's a
Yeah, exactly. Is that not fun?
what's the I don't think it's fireball. What's the word? Fire, I don't know. Firecracker, I guess.
She's exactly what
Firecracker.
you need on a podcast, though.
Was she
Yeah.
not
Somebody
some
to
good
challenge you.
Yeah.
clips for
No,
you?
I,
She should have stayed longer.
I agree.
All right, guys, I'm gonna take it off. I'm gonna take it off members only for a little bit here, guys. Okay, so, wow, it got very heated almost immediately. Eric, can we? I'm gonna ask the girls a question. So, try to bring a little levity back to the show. Would you date the following man? Eric, can you pull up the Instagram? Oh, before you pull it up,
Oh.
scroll down so you don't see the bio on the guy's Instagram. Did I pull it up? I think I did. Yeah. Scroll down so you don't see the bio. Okay, so would you date this guy? Scroll down, Eric.
No. I've already dated somebody who
No.
looks just like that, actually.
Yeah, he looks familiar.
Yeah.
Keep scrolling. Keep
Yeah, I
going
want to see
down.
more.
No.
Keep going down.
Oh, this isn't getting done.
Aw.
Wait, I like the ears.
Yeah,
photo.
the ears is cute.
All right. Keep going.
And he's a gamer, bonus points.
That's what I kind of
All
like the
right.
silly faces. He doesn't take himself too seriously.
So his name's Zach.
Okay.
He's like Chad, World of Warcraft gamer.
Okay.
nice.
Yeah. Would you guys date him?
I actually would.
Yeah.
I like nerdy guys. Yeah.
He's in
same.
Texas. Can I get
Okay.
you? I can get you guys linked up if you're down.
I'm actually down.
I'm
Matchmaker.
Oh, yeah. Let's go.
I need to try something new.
Eric, can you lower it a little bit while I play this? So okay, Avery,
Oh my god.
you would date Zach.
Yeah.
What about you? Would you date Zach?
No, thank you.
No go.
No, thank you.
Sure. I mean, I think it's unfair to do that based on his appearance only. But yeah, like I said, I've literally dated somebody who looked exactly like him already.
Okay.
So yeah.
What about you?
No.
Not your type?
He looks like a sweet guy, but not my type.
Yeah, not based on the looks, but I'm not a big fan of gamers, so that's like a no-go for me.
Sure.
No.
Okay. All right. So, Eric, can you just scroll up a little bit so we see who it is?
Oh my god.
This is Zach. His name's Asmongold. Very popular Twitch streamer, probably one of the top Twitch streamers. Owner of OTK. He's probably making like millions of dollars a year. Does that change anything for any of you?
No.
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 Makes me less likely to want to date him, actually.
Why is that?
I don't know. I like somebody with humble beginnings.
You want someone, you
Well,
want a broke guy?
No, not broke. Not broke, but maybe not a millionaire.
Okay.
I don't think I could see myself with a millionaire.
Would you take care of your partner? I'm just curious.
I currently do.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I like that. I've been financially abused before, so I like the situation I'm in where I pay the rent and I pay for everything. And he's offered to help, and I told him no because I like that I have some control for once in my life.
You like to pay for the rent.
I do.
Okay. Would you say you're more masculine?
No.
Okay. All right. Okay. Man. I'm still kind of
you
overwhelmed
wouldn't
by
agree that was that paying
by the
for
girl
would
over
be
there.
traditionally
Okay.
masculine?
Jesus Christ. All right. Here, let's do
Traditionally,
this.
sure.
By the way, guys, just to
Oh,
oh,
no.
Eric, can you pull up the Twitch? I need to shout out the Twitch homies. All right, yo, guys, go to twitch.tv/whatever. Open up another tab. Go give us a follow. If you have a Prime sub, drop us a Prime sub. Twitch.tv/whatever. If you have Amazon Prime, you link it to your Twitch. It's a quick, free, easy way to support the show. Oh my God, you guys are on fire! Look at all these people following. Thank you guys. Yeah, you link it to your Bert. Thank you for the gifted. Yeah, oh my God, sorry, getting tongue tied. The link is in the description. Otherwise, twitch.tv/whatever. You link your Prime, Amazon Prime to your Twitch. It's free. Lost Pod, thank you for the Prime, man. Appreciate it. Thank you guys so much, man. Nebulas, thank you for the Prime. Okay, so by the way, I think there are, how many people are watching? Oh my God, there are 6,000 of you. The chat is on fire. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. And yeah, just a reminder again, TTS is Streamlabs only. Sweet. Let me get a couple of the super chats here, guys. Okay, we have, this one came through. Mr. Cappadocia, hey, thank you for the 50. She knows women are significantly less likely to be prosecuted for it. However, she brought up, Eric, can you hide the Twitch overlay really quick? It's the Twitch alerts. Yeah, just hide that momentarily. However, she brought up the discussion to shame him into submission. Boys as young as 13 have had to pay women child support. Yep, that's definitely true. Sorry, I didn't read these while she was still here. She said she could stay until like 9:30, but then she dipped an hour earlier. So Speedy the Unsilent, thank you for the 50, man. Saying it's not life is a lie. It's a coping mechanism to justify your actions. When you hook up, you are taking responsibility for what happens after. Lack of accountability. Word? Okay, thank you, man. Richard Contini Jr., thank you, man. Not only is the Fed a liar, but she has daddy issues too. She's definitely not worth having on a second time. Can't stand a liar. Okay. Nobunaga, thank you for the 100, man. Red-haired girl should understand when she says the child can't. Actually, you know what? You read this. Go ahead.
I don't have my glasses on.
Oh my God, blind.
Red-haired girl should understand when she
Into
says.
the mic.
Red-haired girl should understand when she says the child can't live on their own inside the womb. Would it be okay to do post-abortions on adolescent children then? Also, people have been raising kids since the Stone Ages, so the money issue is null and void. Well, it's not really the Stone Ages anymore now, is it?
Oh, fire. Okay. Eric, can you show the Twitch overlay again here? Thank you guys so much for the super chats, guys. If you want, get your super chats in, $50 and up, and then instant TTS 100 and up. Everything else, it's Streamlabs only though for the TTS. Thank you guys. All right, we got to swap this chair. Can you take her
can't
chair?
Take it anymore.
Yeah, it's squeaking. So
Thank you.
get rid of that chair. All right, sorry guys, we're doing little musical chairs here. All right, so Stifler, ask the ladies to rate their looks on a scale of 1 to 10. Okay, we're gonna start over here. Go ahead.
It's every podcast.
This
y'all.
is the worst.
Go for it, Avery. I believe in you.
Okay, I'm gonna so a 10 to me is like a Victoria's Secret model, so that's why I'm comparing myself. I would say a 6.
Okay.
7.
Like appearance-wise or everything?
Looks, just looks.
Looks? 7.
Hold on.
Anonymous donated $100.
Oh, boost the
All
audio.
women before feminist from all races or religion would be so embarrassed. I'm 25 and some of you women are old on this panel and you're embarrassing. I tell myself one day I'm going to be on the panel. Stupid woman equals broken society. I'm woman BTW.
She's a woman, BTW.
Shout out to the
Your
women.
grammar sucks, so I think you might be one of those stupid women.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm
wow.
intelligent. I don't know what you're talking about.
Shots fired.
I'm
Okay.
pretty smart.
What do you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
7.
I want to say like 8 or 9. I want to say 10, but I'll say 8 or 9.
Okay.
I hate this question. I guess a 7.
I would say 6.
I would say 7. Safe 7.
All right.
A lot
There
of
you-
angel numbers here. 7,
there
7,
you
7.
have it, Stifler. Okay. So let's see here. We had one other thing to react to. Let me see if I have it. Okay, I think we were going around the table on something. It was the 50-50 thing, but we can move on from that. Does anybody have anything dating related they want to get off their chest? Maybe there's a frustration that you experience when it comes to dating. Men are pissing you off in some way. Just anything you wanted to get off your chest. And Avery, I want to prompt you really quick. I saw on your Instagram that you were thoroughly traumatized by one of your previous partners It was in one of your clips or whatever on Instagram.
Oh, yeah. Wait, which one?
Oh,
There's been
there's
a
been
lot of-
multiple of
There's a
early-
lot of trauma.
like just like fuck boys. What are we talking here?
Yeah, man, I just want love. I don't know why. I don't know if it's Los Angeles.
Probably Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Probably Los Angeles.
It's just yeah, men haven't been great to me. So, and to be fair, I've accepted that. Like I accepted not being treated great, so I know a lot of it is my fault, but I don't know.
Has there been a pattern of men not treating you well?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think part of that is because of the men that you find yourself attracted to?
I do think yes, which is why I'm trying to be attracted to something different. But I think, especially with dating apps, you're getting like the hottest matches ever, and that just doesn't ever go well. Because
That's profound. Yeah.
so
There's truth to that.
I'm thinking dating apps aren't just not going to work because you can't help but swipe on the hottest people, right?
Yeah.
But then they're douchebags.
Mm.
So what are we supposed? I think I'm just going to delete them.
Do most of the guys you meet, are they from dating apps?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I don't know how else to meet people. I work from home. What are we supposed to do? Like, can I find a husband
Church?
through this podcast? But no. Oh, I don't do church.
The grocery store.
Where?
The grocery
Avery?
store.
Will you marry me?
Oh my God, really? That's so sweet. Yeah.
Oh wait, fuck, I didn't.
There we go.
I'm gonna cry. It's the sweetest moment I've ever experienced.
You're gonna leave me hanging here? What's up?
I accept.
Can I just throw it at you?
Catch it on your finger.
Cleavage.
Okay.
Oops.
Way
Eric,
back
it's
there.
under the
That's a
desk.
terrible throw.
I broke
That
my
was a
ring.
great throw. That was a great throw.
Did I
It's
break it?
No, it's good.
Okay.
I don't think it's.
You just made my whole life. Thank you.
Eric, can you just hand it to her off? Yeah. Or Avery, maybe you can do a little reach
Can
for
I
it.
wear it?
Yeah, put it on.
What's wrong?
Bro, you put that on your right hand. What are you doing, dork? Get it together, Avery.
Oh, I look so
Uh,
cute. I'm so happy.
Okay.
You're dead.
All right. But I mean, you said you're looking for other dudes, so maybe Zach, the Asmongold, he's an option, you know.
Yeah, I mean, look, whoever thinks I just want to be with someone that thinks I'm special. So whoever is going to
That thinks you're special.
I think you're
Yes.
special.
So if you think I'm special, if
The
you
short
think I'm
bus.
special,
donated $100.69.
Hold on.
First time, long time.
oh no.
Thank God Margot Robbie from Wish self-deported. Disrespecting the rules of your house and bogarting the convo with those Sanpaku eyes.
Facts.
Let's hear more from Harley Quinn and the girls in the back corner. FJB Trump 2024. Jesus is king.
Okay, Persian. Hey, thank you for the $100 donation, and thank you especially for the 69 cents on top of it. Much appreciated. Yeah, I mean, I do feel bad. Like, I feel like she did kind of dominate the conversation. Maybe I should have been like, okay. I think you were giving me daggers for a little bit during that,
Oh, I was just
or I don't know if you were just kind of like, what the fuck is going on, or
kind of. I was
okay,
just like,
yeah.
yeah.
Brian, may I ask you a question?
What's up?
Do you agree with the majority of your viewers and the perspectives they share?
Do you guys got beef? What do you want? Tell me how you
No,
really
I'm
feel.
just curious.
Tell me how you really feel about my
No,
viewers.
I'm just genuinely curious.
Well, I mean, I would say this.
Majority wise.
Well, I would say this, and I give credit to Tupac, who said this in the 90s. So he said something along the lines of, I am only responsible for the words that come out of my mouth. I do not take ownership of what other people say. I don't claim to know the position on various political issues and social issues that all my viewers hold. I'm sure I have a diversity of thought when it comes to my viewership. So it's hard to say. I haven't taken a poll on what specifically my viewers think. You would have to ask me specifically what you think my viewers think, and I could confirm or deny whether I agree or disagree with them.
I'm just curious if you've noticed like
Closer to the mic.
I'm just curious because if you've noticed a string of either hate or disrespectful comments coming from your viewership, just genuine curiosity, and if you support that sort of behavior and demeanor.
Well, I mean, you'd have to tell me which specific comment. I'm not there. We get something like over 10,000 chats a show, I don't read all the I just see the super chats and the TTS.
I know you said not to read the chat, but every time I look over, I see somebody calling us sluts.
304s, is that what they're saying?
Yeah, which I'm sure stands for hoe.
I mean, so as far as you'd have to tell me a specific comment that someone makes. I'm not responsible for the words that somebody else says. I would say though, sometimes, yeah, the super chats, they maybe can be insulting. I would agree with you there. Sometimes they're just playful roasting, but
I feel like they try to be witty and they try to be insulting, but it kind of flops.
And I mean,
I'd like to see somebody make me laugh with one of them.
Like banter should be encouraged in any setting like this, but I'm just curious. It was just genuine curiosity.
Well, I mean, I would say what I told you before the show is that the internet, because of the anonymity, people are,
of course,
people are going to be like, say fucked up shit. We have a couple moderators. We don't have a ton of moderators. We're pretty lax when it comes to the chat moderation. Unless there's something really egregious, we don't really, people are going to have their opinions and we just kind of free flow,
Well, they don't like us and there's nothing that we can say to make them like us because you have a pretty wide range of opinions and backgrounds sitting here at this table.
Yep.
But to your viewers, we're all hoes and there's nothing we can say to change that. If we give an answer they agree with, we're lying.
Chat, confirm or deny. Are they all hoes?
I will say
No.
Confirm or deny. Are they all hoes?
What does
Your
304s
chat
mean?
thinks so.
I
It
will
means
say your
hoe.
podcast-
Oh,
it's like
I
on the
keep
calculator.
seeing that. Oh.
Well, I mean, we could, assess the degree to which.
What makes a woman a hoe?
Well, let's talk about body count.
There's a double standard. that's
What
going
is
to be-
that? What's
It is a
considered?
justified double standard.
Is it though?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
emotional attachment and psychology
yeah.
would say otherwise.
I have no idea what you mean, but we're going to get into that. So let's go around the table. First off,
not in a body
should-
count.
no. Should body count matter?
No.
No,
No.
it should be a conversation of discussion between you and your partner.
Okay, I'll go around the table. Go ahead.
Yes.
Okay, what about you?
No.
What? Wait,
Yeah. Oh,
say it again. I don't think
No.
the camera was on you. Go ahead.
yes.
I think yes, but I wouldn't want to know.
You wouldn't want to know the guy's body count.
No.
Okay, let me just make the question a bit more precise. Do you have an issue with men who would you take quarrel with men having sorry, I'm thinking the best way to word this. Would you take quarrel with a man caring about your body count or a woman's body count? Go ahead.
Wait, do I have quarrel with someone else's body count?
Would you take quarrel because I think men tend to care about this more than women do. There's certainly women that do care about their partner's body count. However, I think men have more, and there's reasons for this. Men care more about it than women do. So do you have an issue? For example, the previous question I asked is, should body count matter? And you could view that as, well, I don't care about body count. However, I guess the way I want to get to the bottom of this is, do you think, or do you have an issue with men caring about body count? Do you have an issue with that preference that men have?
Oh, so if a man's going to be upset with me for my body count being too high, you're saying, would I be upset by that?
Would you take issue with a man having a preference for a woman with a low body count? Do you think that's a wrong preference to have?
It's not a wrong preference to have. I understand. It's just that I also don't like being judged because when I was more promiscuous, I was going through a really hard time and I was depressed, and like that's how I dealt with it.
It
So
can be a form of self-harm.
I don't feel, yes, it is a form of self-harm. So that's why I wouldn't want to be judged, but I understand if they would have a problem with it and then they're not the right guy for me if it's too high for them or whatever. But yeah.
I wouldn't take issue with it. Like everybody has their boundaries and that's fine.
Okay. But show of hands, who says body count does matter?
To a certain extent. I mean,
Okay, you three. Okay. So for those of you who said, and perhaps the ones who also said it should matter can answer this. For those who said body count should not matter, does not matter, what's your body count?
Okay. 45.
45. Okay.
Yes.
What about you?
I'm gonna play the fifth on this one.
Come on. Be a good sport. Be a good sport. She answered.
Honestly, to tell you the truth, I don't really know, and I'll tell you why. There was a lot of years that I was using and drinking. I'm like 2.5 years of sobriety.
Okay.
I'm proud of
And-
you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
congratulations.
Thanks, man. So there's a lot of situations where I don't remember.
Sure.
You know,
Range. Do you want to give us a range? A guesstimate?
I'd say it's like 60.
60. Okay.
60.
What about you?
What's yours?
What's your body count?
What's yours? I'm curious.
Okay, there's a process to this podcast. It's my show. I'm asking you guys individually. You're not going to do a reverse Uno. What's your body count?
Okay. Will you tell me afterwards? Because I'm curious.
Answer the question.
Okay, 14.
Okay. Into the mic, please. And you need to scoot the mic that way, please.
Okay. I'm not stating.
I thought body count shouldn't matter then.
That's not what I said. I said it's just a discussion between the partners.
That's fair. You're right. You're right. You did say that. Okay. So do you want to give us a range?
No.
Okay.
I can give you the fact that I was in a 7-year relationship and I was engaged, and that was
Okay.
majority
So
of
you
my
had
life.
sex at least one time. Good to know. Okay. What about you?
We're all doing this.
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh, I thought you were saying just the people that said body
Yeah, why
count
not?
didn't
We'll just go around the
matter.
table.
I would rather not say, but yeah, I don't know. I lost my virginity when I was 22, and I've been in one relationship. So
What? So it's
use that little thing you calculate. What did they do? Is they say multiply by 3? Use your little calculations and figure it
But-
out.
so it's low then.
Yeah,
What is it?
I just told you. I mean,
It's one?
everyone has.
Is it one?
Well, I said use the calculations, so like
So okay, so it's 3?
something like that.
All right, for sure. Fine. What about you?
I don't know. I don't sit around and count, but probably 20.
Okay. Sure.
4. Yeah.
I'm not gonna put it out there.
Range?
No,
Range?
No.
Come on. More than 10?
I'm not gonna give you. an
Smart
answer.
girl.
Less than 10? More than 10?
I'm not. I don't want to put it out there. That's my answer.
Okay, well, in any case,
Multiply it by 3, and that's the real number.
whatever the numbers may be. So no, I'm not going to answer your question.
Why not?
Well, I think body count matters. Thus, I'm not going to answer it.
Okay, but if you pressed us for hours, why won't you give yours?
Well, because I think body count matters.
Yeah, but some of us thought it mattered. and
Yeah,
we
I thought
still
it
answered.
mattered, and you still made me.
Well,
kind of
I,
at
no, I
least
didn't, I
three
didn't
people
make
raised
you,
their
and
hands
you
and
didn't.
said it
You didn't
mattered.
really answer the question.
Okay.
So,
you're not going to answer, so I'm going
I'm
to
a
assume
man
10,
of
multiply
God.
that by 3, so 30.
well, actually,
Okay,
for
respect.
men, you divide by
you got
3.
some riz.
For men, you divide by 3. Actually,
I don't think so.
That's how it goes.
No, I don't think so. I'm going to put you at like 30.
You think 30?
You got riz.
You think so?
Sure.
I think so.
I can neither confirm or deny this guess. Okay, so you said it was a double standard.
I do think. Yes,
How
I do
so?
think.
What do you mean?
I think often men want women to have a very low body count,
Sure.
and when a woman objects to a man having a higher body count, it's seen like it's absurd. Why would you ask me that? Because men are praised for having sexual interactions, while women are demeaned for having more sexual interactions.
Sure.
Mhm.
The double standard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard this also go something along the lines of, when a woman sleeps with a lot of men,
Mhm.
she's viewed as a slut, but when a guy does the same thing, he's viewed as gay.
Huh?
Wait, what?
With a lot of
So
women.
it's a bad joke.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
when a man sleeps with more men, oh my God, they're gay. Okay.
No, but yes, I know what you mean.
Oh,
But that's
oh.
that really just comes down to it's easy for women to get laid. It's hard for men to get laid.
I don't believe that though.
Women are the gatekeepers of
Jeremy in
sex.
Space
Hold on,
majority
hold
of
on.
times.
We'll come back to that. Hold on.
$410. Don't think you're all 403s. Respect you for coming on and sharing your views. Would you ever date a virgin, a guy saving themselves for marriage? Do you respect a guy with purity values, who respects women?
Okay, so let's do this. We'll do just the first 2 questions there. Would you date a virgin, and would you date a guy saving himself for marriage?
Yes.
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 Here, let's just go around the table really quick.
Okay, absolutely.
I would not date a virgin.
Sure.
I did. I will not again.
I've never dated a virgin, but I would.
I would not.
I would.
I would.
Okay, cool. Go ahead with your point.
Oh, I just explained the disparity between the two of them.
Well,
Was
you
there-
got interrupted there, so if you could just maybe rewind 5 seconds.
The entire portion? I can.
Mhm.
Okay. I was saying that women are often chastised or demeaned because they have a higher body count, where men are praised for having a higher body count,
Mhm.
and there is a stark disparity between two.
That's because the reason why men are praised is because
And if
it's
you
hard
s-
for men to get
and if
laid.
you
It's
say-
easy for women to get laid.
I disagree.
Oh my
Women are the gatekeepers of sex, but it doesn't mean that it can't be taken from you.
Bro,
And many
what?
women and many men are very manipulative with their intent. And I met
Oh my
plenty
God.
of women.
Y'all love to derail the conversation.
don't
with
understand-
these
No, it's not
fringe-
derailing. It's not derailing.
Anonymous
fringe-
donated
hold on.
$100. Love him or hate him, Brian always spitting straight facts on this podcast. Okay, and also my body count is over 9,000.
It's over 9,000.
Hold on, I'll play it one more time.
It's over 9,000.
Yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Okay, Brian,
yeah.
where would you like me to come back? Because I would rather have a discussion than you feel that I'm derailing the conversation, because that's not where I want to go.
But okay, we're talking about the
Disparity between
double
men and
standard,
women. Mhm.
and now you want to bring up SA. I don't. Again,
That's not
I don't see how it
okay.
it's related.
Okay.
I don't
fine.
see how it's related.
I'll take it off the
Most
table.
women who have high body counts, it's not due to SA, it's due to consensual casual sex. So I don't see how it's at all related to the conversation.
But if guys were able to, they would too.
I don't get this whole thing about guys get laid less than girls. Like, I don't understand.
It's true.
How men always have someone to cheat with, though. Like,
That is
how
so not
if they
true,
don't
bro.
have, if they don't get as much girls, or the whole scenario, if that's true, how do they always find someone to cheat with? It makes no sense. How
That's
is that
not true.
possible?
You're just surrounding yourself by cheaters. I don't know.
Well, I've never
All
been.
men are not cheaters.
I've never been cheated on personally, but I see it all the time. I see men that always have multiple girls. Like,
Eric, can you open
like
the
it's
door?
nothing.
It's fucking hot in here.
It is hot.
Yeah, it
Yeah, I'm
is.
sweating.
Eric trying to boil us. Okay, just kidding. I love you, Eric. Just kidding. So you think it's easy for men to get laid,
I don't think it's as hard as they make it seem. Like,
bruv?
I will. No, I think
Bro.
it is really hard because I like girls too, and I can't fucking talk to them to save my life.
Oh,
so
based. There we go. Okay, hold
I
on.
don't know.
You deserve a little. There we go. Okay. You wanted to come in. Go ahead.
I would agree that men have it harder, but it is a specific percentage of men that have it harder. That
It's a very high percentage of men, but
right. That
continue.
percentage is large that have it harder, but that
Yeah.
top 1%, which not gonna lie, that women tend to be panning for, have a much higher body count than the everyday woman, because they have that
Yeah,
access,
okay.
because they've
Okay.
built that access for themselves.
But
Okay,
but this
maybe
is again the apex fallacy. You're looking at the top percentage of men. When I'm speaking in generalities here, are there men that are running through chicks who are top tier, really attractive, high status, wealthy men? Absolutely.
They tend to have the bigger
there's
voice,
there's
though.
regular men that are doing that. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I know people down the street that work at the grocery store and still have a girl to cheat with. So
Okay,
he's not a top earner, and he still has someone to sleep with on the side, outside of his relationship.
but it's over. Are there men that are promiscuous? Absolutely. Are there men that
I think all men are.
women are more
Most men.
promiscuous than men?
I disagree.
No.
I agree with Brian.
Women
I
women are
agree.
more
Well, then,
promiscuous.
What
Women
world
have
am I
more-
living in?
Here's why. Women have more capability to be promiscuous. You take an average dude, bro, he's going to struggle to get a girlfriend, to get laid. An average chick, if she was so inclined, could sleep with 3 new guys a day.
Okay, that's fair.
I think
I mean,
any-
I could see it that
so
way.
the standard
Okay.
stems from jealousy then is what you're
It's
saying?
not jealousy. It's just it's easier for women to get laid.
Okay, so if it's easier,
So that's why men are praised for it, because it's viewed as
because it's more of an
challenging.
accomplishment for
Oh.
them.
Okay,
you're
I get what
saying?
you're
Okay.
saying.
It's difficult to get laid
that's
as a
fair,
guy.
and
I agree.
I'm sure that's incredibly frustrating. But I don't think it's fair to be so hateful to the women who are able to have sex. Like, that's somebody else's life, not yours. It shouldn't affect you.
I'm not being hateful.
Your chat. I'm addressing your
well-
viewers, not you. I'm
well, I
saying, like,
think-
in general, like if a guy sees like a woman and like his immediate thought is, oh, she's a hoe, she has an active sex life. You're free to think what you want. That's fine. At the same time, you're not actively sleeping with her. That's not your girlfriend. Why does somebody else's life and their choices affect you so deeply that you have to direct hate towards them?
Well, I mean, there's a couple questions there, but I mean, I think generally speaking, there's kind of a counterculture going on where people are not particularly enthused with hookup culture.
I'm not either. But I don't think name calling and singling out women to shame them for their private lives is
So
right either.
how do we get rid of hookup culture?
Well, we can't.
Women.
We
Well,
can't.
Women
Honestly,
can stop
I think
it.
women need to start shaming women on this one. I think.
Yeah,
That's
women can stop
I'm not gonna
that
shame
for
anybody.
sure, because we are the ones who decide outside of
Yeah, we
the
get
other
it. We
stuff.
get it.
We are the ones who decide if a man is going to sleep with us or not. If you would say no, like for example, the cheating thing, like men would not be able to cheat on their girls if there wasn't a woman that was willing and saying yes. We are the ones who hold the power to that. We're the ones who control a hookup culture or whatever you want to call it. Like, it's our power. We can say no.
I won't shame anyone, man or woman, because I feel like people's private lives are exactly that. They're private lives, and it doesn't involve me.
But that's only if you have a problem with hookup culture. Like, if you don't care, like if you're for it, then whatever, do what you want to do with your life.
Yeah.
But for people who, have a problem with it, just know you as a woman, you're the one who has the control over that. Like 100%.
I don't partake in hookup culture, but I think, like, generally, I don't think anyone
mean-
should shame anyone
You don't.
Agreed.
You said you
Agreed.
don't partake in hookup culture. I mean,
because I'm in a long-term relationship. And even
well,
even
you
out,
previously partook in hookup culture.
not really. I don't
I mean-
think there's not many times that I'm not in a long-term relationship.
Excuse me if I'm misquoting, and I'm not saying this to attack you, but didn't you say your body count was like 14?
Yes.
I mean, I don't suspect all of those were long-term relationships.
Obviously, I did have hookups, but it's not a regular thing I would ever partake
Sure,
in.
there's definitely girls who are more consistent in participating in
And I
hookup
think that's
culture.
fine. Again, like, that's their private life and that's their business. And I don't think anyone should shame anyone, even if you disagree with hookup culture. At the end of the day, you lay in your bed and you have your own thoughts and issues to reckon with. Everybody else's life is just that, their life. We're all in this shit together. Like, you can't change what somebody wants to do with their body. You can only be responsible for yourself. And I think a lot more people need to be focusing on themselves rather than what others are doing.
Okay, so to bring it back to the double standard, one of the reasons why there's a different standard on this is because it's very easy for women to get laid and it's hard for men to get laid. Do you agree with that?
I don't.
I know,
think,
Oh, me.
I know you disagree. You think it's easy for men to get laid.
I don't think all I don't think all women have it easy. I think again, it's like a top percentage that predominantly are viewed as attractive that have it very easy.
I would say, like, almost barring like morbid obesity or like severe, like, I'm talking like bottom 1 percentile in terms of physical attractiveness. I would say the top 90% of women could like fuck a new dude every single day of the week.
Yeah, men don't say no.
Like on Tinder, we had a girl last show who, pleasant girl. I'm not saying this to be insulting to her or to denigrate her in any way. She was of below average attractiveness. She was overweight. She said she had a sex addiction. She said that her body count was 136, something like that. And she was at one point she had slept with, I don't know how consistent it was, but at one point she was able to sleep with 6 men in one day. In order for a male to do that, you need to, I don't even think like a top tier guy just solely on top 1% of physical attractiveness could do that. In order for a guy to do that, you need status. You need to be like Drake. You need to be a male celeb, like top tier athlete, musician, or actor to sleep with 6 new women in a day. I don't even, like I said, I don't even think a top tier male who doesn't have status could do that. So, and she's like a below, I'm not saying this to be mean, but just to articulate my point, she's like below average. 6 dudes in a night. Very few men can claim being able to do that. Most men struggle to get a match on Tinder, to get a
Right.
date off of Tinder.
Well, men are just way less picky as well. They'll
Brian,
So
I see
you-
your point
so
though.
their standards are.
What's that?
I see your point, and I
Oh,
agree
I'm
with
not
you.
just
I
For
understand.
women, yeah,
but
what you're
they-
saying.
you guys
Almost-
don't
okay.
Yeah,
hold
I
the
completely agree
standards
with you,
either.
and I'm saying it because men,
hmm
as long as they're having sex, they usually don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Unless
here's
they're
the-
looking for a relationship, and that's a
Sure.
different situation. But
any single girl at this table, and to be fair, we got some attractive girls at the table. Any single girl at this table could download Tinder right now. It's 9:11 p.m. You could get laid tonight if you were so inclined. Do any of you think you could, if you were so inclined, you could download the dating app and get laid tonight?
100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
Most guys cannot answer that question confidently.
Yeah.
Most guys
Skill
cannot
issue.
say on a Sunday at 9 p.m. it's going to be hard for me to fuck a girl tonight. I couldn't do that shit. I couldn't do that.
Then
Skill
how do
issue.
they always find someone to cheat
Skill
with?
issue.
What the hell?
I thought I had Riz. What's up? Throw me under the
Full
bus.
180,
here.
dude.
Throw me under the bus. No, but it's just different. It's different. But you still think that it's easier for men to get laid?
I don't think it's as hard as, I don't know, maybe it's the type of guys that I'm mostly around. I don't know, maybe that's it, because I'm mostly around like people in the entertainment industry.
Sure.
So maybe that's what I'm seeing. But I don't know. Like I said, like I know people from my hometown that are not like, if you want to like put rates to it, like below average or not, regular men, and they still have multiple people to sleep with. So I don't know.
Well,
It's like, okay, there's statistics, and then there's what I've seen in my life.
okay, so there's a couple things. So besides looks, men are able to be attractive to women in other ways besides just their physical appearance. So there's a few ways. Status is one. Game,
Okay.
Riz.
Mhm.
How's
Uh,
your Riz?
So
Honest.
on one hand, I think I got a couple
The
moves here
heating
and
pad
there.
adds to it for sure.
On the other hand, I'm like my own biggest cock block because I say some like ridiculous shit.
Preaching to the choir.
I think I'm like slightly, I don't know, am I? Guys, chat. One in the chat if you guys think I'm autistic. I don't know.
Oh, I'm autistic.
Cool. That's
Are we
oh my
spectrum
God,
buddies?
commonality.
what is Riz?
Am I?
Nice.
I learned that on TikTok.
Yeah, I'm the oldest one here.
No, I literally just learned what that was on TikTok. So don't.
But
I was 29,
yeah,
so we're like same
I've-
age.
I want to say I've probably talked myself out of pussy more than I've ever talked myself into it.
Do you think your podcast turns off women?
Yeah, probably. There's probably, I don't know if there's any girls watching, but
His DMs are
All the
still
guys
open.
watching are
It
really
brought me
mean.
in.
It's like no matter, it's
Yeah,
like it
me
doesn't
too.
matter what you say. It's like they're gonna find a way to
Yeah.
be like you're either capping or you're disgusting or you're
Oh,
wrong.
Yeah,
honey,
no, well,
basements and
it's-
keyboards are a thing for a reason.
well, okay, to answer your question, especially living in Santa Barbara, which is a really liberal city,
It's also a very wealthy city.
it's also wealthy, yes. Yeah, definitely like girls have like checked out my podcast and been like, yeah, I don't know, Brian, it's a little controversial, you know? So it is what it is. Like, but honestly, I don't really care. Like,
There's no such
Yeah.
thing as bad press. You do what you do for clicks.
well, I guess, but in the romantic realm,
Mm.
definitely women have been like,
It's definitely off-putting.
bro, I mean, I have
Mm.
like put, because I've brought on like more conservative people, and they're like, oh my God, fucking Michael Knowles and shit, what the fuck? And they're like, I'm not even, I consider myself pretty moderate, but they see, oh, he has conservative people on, he must be like hardcore conservative, whatever. I'm not going to get into politics. I'd have to go through I'd have to go through each of my political stances one by one. I wouldn't just say I'm this or I'm that. In any case, but yeah, definitely I've lost some girls because of the podcast, but
Well, I would contribute
Fuck
that
it.
to like woke culture and the change, and that like people just look at politics as whether it aligns with them or not, and they're
Yeah.
not willing to see past that at all. So
yeah, and
that doesn't surprise me at all.
and well, in addition to that, there's definitely girls who are like, "Whoa, you're kind of out there in the public," and like, I don't know if I'd want to be dating someone who's kind of, some corporate chick works in fucking HR at some fucking tech company in Goleta or whatever. I don't know. It's kind of like
Is that a jab at me?
Yes. No, no.
I'm
just
literally an office and HR manager at a tech company in Goleta.
you're in hold on, you're in HR.
Correct.
Red flag. Okay. I'm sorry. But you seem based, but still, a girl in HR, that's red flag. Also, travel nurses and steward, what's the flight attendants, excuse me.
Yeah.
So, but in the same way, like I'm getting the experience that I think OnlyFans girls get, because there's guys who don't want to date women because they do OnlyFans. I'm sure you guys have maybe had that experience.
Yes.
You guys do
Yeah.
OnlyFans.
Yes,
Some guys might have an issue dating you because of that.
that's fine.
That's fine. I'm not forcing anybody to like me.
Word.
What
Good
word?
times. Word. huh?
Oh, we're
But okay, so did you have more on the double standard? I don't feel like I've adequately addressed your argument.
Oh, it was more to inquire whether or not you believe there is one. And then secondly,
There is one, but it's
Right.
justified. It's justified.
But is it like,
Yeah.
are you going to really care that much?
About
Okay,
what?
great question. In your dating life,
Yeah.
what is a okay zone for your person you're pursuing to have a body count in?
What's her body count?
Like, what are you okay with before it becomes an issue?
Sure. I mean, it varies. Obviously, the lower the better. I'd say the lower the better.
You would date a virgin?
Absolutely.
That's like
I don't
preferred.
I mean, the thing is that's rare. So it's,
And she,
As a
but
person,
would I find that more attractive? Yes. 100%.
I don't believe that men really want virgins. As a 22-year-old who was
Stop
a
the count.
virgin, I don't know. I don't think so.
because then you have to learn everything, and
Men
takes practice to be good in
Yeah.
that. It actually does.
Oh my.
there's a lot of men
Hold
that
on.
would rather have the ego boost of you learning from them and you having
Okay.
a lower body count. There's so many out there that take that in such stride. And I'm not saying I agree, but repetitively I've heard it.
I feel like men love hoes.
No, they like the idea of it.
Nope.
They
Hold on.
like
That's
the
what
idea-
they like.
The idea is appealing to have good sex, right? But more often when men are dating for long-term commitment, they're looking for somebody with that lower body count so that person can learn with them and be more submissive towards how his demeanor is and what he likes. So it's like it's a catering factor.
I
Yeah,
guess. I
Sex,
don't know.
sex
to
is
your
not
liking.
sex is not a complicated procedure. Like, especially as a guy, because even with women who are experienced sexually, they're still going to be looking to the guy to lead in the bedroom, generally speaking. Like most women, even if they do have experience, don't want to fuck with a guy who's inexperienced anyways. So your experience when it comes to sex is kind of irrelevant. And like as a guy, if you're a leader and you have experience when it comes to sex, you can take a girl who's a virgin and have great sex with her.
Because that woman's
Yeah,
going to
because
learn
it's on
from you and
your-
what you
I don't
want.
mind a
More
guy
time
who's
and what
I
you
don't mind a
want.
guy who's inexperienced. I think that's a rumor.
And
Men
then
and
he'll
women are
cheat
not
on
the
her with
same.
a hoe.
Men and women are not the same. So you
That goes without saying. But I'm saying you said that women wouldn't want a guy who's inexperienced, but that doesn't bother me.
It wouldn't bother you if your partner couldn't perform good oral on you.
If they're inexperienced and they haven't had the practice, like sure, I'll teach them a thing or two.
Yeah, you can definitely
Okay.
teach.
okay,
Teachable
that's
is one
that's
thing,
great
but
for
yeah.
you. However, most women don't want to teach men how to fuck them.
Have you
That's not
spoken
true
to
at
most
all.
women about that?
Most
That's
women,
not
Most-
most women do
yes.
have
What
to.
makes
Most-
sex so amazing is communication.
Okay, sure, but most women want men who come pre-assembled
How do you know?
because first off, it's self-evident.
Is it?
Yeah,
It
or
is.
based off of
That's a
the men they
generalization.
get
Women
all
are-
the girls
women are
from.
You're
attracted to
generalizing women, and then you don't like it when we do that back to you.
Yes,
need a
I'm
citable
speaking in
source.
generalities. I'm more than happy to generalize men also. We're speaking in generalities
I
here.
don't think we should generalize anybody.
Well, I mean, if we're going to have a productive conversation, there needs to be some degree of generalizing. Otherwise, we can talk
Okay,
about.
Then I
Hold
disagree
on,
with your
we can talk.
generalization.
We can talk about the dating, the dating experiences of biracial dwarves. I mean,
Huh?
Yeah,
What?
exactly. It's just like we're going to generalize. Otherwise, we can talk about non-binary biracial dwarves and their
Okay, I get your
asexual
point. I'm saying I
dating for
disagree
them.
with your generalization. I think that's comes from a place of personal bias. I don't. Whoa, that was a large bug. Anyways, I don't think most women mind a guy who's inexperienced. I literally think it comes down to the person. I've known hundreds of women in my lifetime, and I've heard every opinion from I want a guy who knows what he's doing to I want a virgin and everything in between. So I don't think it's fair to make that generalization.
Most women would prefer men who are sexually experienced in bed and know what they're doing.
I agree.
Most women would find it a turnoff. You might be willing to do it, but at some level, it's going to be a turnoff if you have to instruct a guy on how to fuck you. Women want men to just get it. I'm not saying all women. However, generally speaking, I would say like because women typically when it comes to sex, there's a dom sub component to it. Women like men who can lead. Women like to be submissive in the bedroom. Generally speaking, are there some women who are dominant and who are fine teaching and leading in the bedroom? Sure. But I would say generally speaking, women want men to take charge and take the lead when in the bedroom.
So you're saying
So most women.
No, I agree because most women that I speak to, they don't want to date virgins. They want, someone who's experienced. And most of the guys that get all the girls or all the women, they're out there.
so it's fine though when the woman is inexperienced.
Yeah, what is your reasoning on the
What do you mean?
virgin preference? Like why? Because
Low body count is one. Well, there's no body count.
but what does that mean to you?
Men find low body count and sexual purity attractive.
Why?
Yeah,
There's biological reasons.
Can you
There's
list
social
them?
reasons. Sure, absolutely.
He's like,
So
I've made a list.
So, I mean, the chief thing, I don't think it's let me preface it by saying, I don't think it's going to be the most compelling argument that I can tell you. That I don't think you're going to be like, whoa, I'm convinced, Brian. However, I think it's probably one of the strongest things as to why men care about body count. So aside from avoiding STDs, it comes down to paternity. Guaranteeing paternity. So it's evolutionary psychology, biological reasons. If a woman has 10 husbands, actually, no, that's fine. If a woman has 10 husbands and she's sleeping with all of them concurrently, who's the father of the child that she will eventually bear? You
DNA
don't
test.
know. Okay, DNA test came around 40 years ago. That doesn't undo hundreds of thousands of years of evolutionary hardwiring.
Did
But
you
that
know
doesn't really
that
apply
like
if you enter into a monogamous relationship with somebody who's not a virgin, but their past is their past. So if you're monogamous with that person from that point onwards, if she gets pregnant, who the father is. So that
The best
becomes void.
The best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. So if someone's previously promiscuous, they're more likely to cheat. There's a higher likelihood
I
of
didn't say
infidelity.
promiscuous. I just said somebody who's
High
not a
body
virgin
count.
because you said you prefer a virgin. Well, what if somebody's, been in long-term relationships or they've been married? So
Yes,
obviously not a virgin.
Sure, and that's more preferable than a woman who's been with 10, as is a woman who's been with 10 is more preferable than a woman who's been with 20, et cetera, et cetera.
You're allowed to have your boundaries. That's fine. I'm just saying why is a total virgin preferable then?
Okay, so, well, it's just like, here's a comparison. Wouldn't it be preferable to date a guy who has $300,000, who makes $300,000 a year? Wouldn't it be preferable if it was 400, 500, 600, 1 million, et cetera, et cetera. So obviously the lower the body count, and that extends all the way to 0,
Because
aka
is that
virgin.
because you see them as damaged goods every time they get a new body?
Well, there is something to, hold on.
Martin donated $100.
Thank you, Martin.
Ladies, you've got thousands of men watching right now shocked at how utterly wrong your understanding of men is. Your fathers and brothers completely failed you. Elon, create a time machine so we can go back in time and slap the fuck out of these men.
I can't understand you with Elon's dick in your mouth.
Oh, wow. Okay. Marquavius, shots fired. Let me see how many.
But don't you think that perspective is dated?
What perspective?
Needing a woman that has a lower body count due to the fact that you have to figure out who the father is. Like those are all very dated perspectives.
It doesn't.
'cause there's
Why
DNA.
are women attracted to tall men?
I don't care about height.
Oh my.
It's just a
Okay.
preference.
I don't know.
Give
what-
me
I don't.
this. Generally speaking, do most women prefer to date men taller than them?
Yes.
Yes.
Most, yeah, me, no.
Why?
I don't know
Just a
why.
preference.
It's no,
It is a
that,
personal
I hear
preference.
your argument. It's a protective aspect. It's a biological.
It's
thing.
an
biological,
evolutionary
biological,
thing.
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Your-
But
your
your
height-
argument about
don't
that
you-
whole like there are tribes out there that literally women do sleep with every man in the tribe
I was
because,
just
That's
because
dis-
the whole tribe wants to raise the child
Uh-huh.
as one.
Careful.
I was gonna
That-
say that.
You're gonna
is a-
tread into. If you say it's
if
disgusting,
you've
you're
read
gonna
the
tread
word
dangerous.
sapiens,
Why? It's what?
If you were, I just thought maybe you were treading somewhere.
No, but
against
what would
other
it be?
people's-
What would it be if I was about to say what I was about to say?
It's just
It would go against a lot of traditional historical behaviors that have been. It's not our modern day society. It's okay for them to have done that for generations. That's their traditions, and it's an old belief system.
Well, I don't
be-
know.
They're-
Are we in the Paleolithic here? I don't know
But you're
what
telling me that they
period
can't
of time.
keep their belief systems?
No, okay. I was about to say, if a woman is sleeping with an entire tribe, I think that's disgusting.
Even if that's the tribal beliefs of their group and that's been staying there for
Yes,
hundreds of years?
as a rational individual who's capable of thought, I'm entitled to.
Would you-
Hold on.
that would be like
Let me finish. I'm entitled to making judgment calls about different cultures.
that would
Would
be
you
like
feel the same way
ethnocentric
if-
though.
Would you feel the same way if the tribe's belief was centered around one man sleeping with all the women in the tribe?
What's the question?
Would you
If-
still
if
feel
women-
like it was
if women-
disgusting if the
I w-
genders were reversed in this situation and the tribe was one man sleeping with all of the women in his tribe?
I'll answer that in two ways. So first, I would say women are more than capable of having the same position as me. So if a woman was disgusted by that, I think that's totally fine. Now, there are certain biological differences in the example that you gave. From a practical point of view, I think I'm in favor of monogamy for both men and women. So practically speaking, I think that would be disastrous for the tribe because whoever that one dude is who's fucking all the chicks, the other men in the tribe are going to fucking kill him.
But
Because-
you're basing that,
So you
you're
would be
basing that off
disgusted
of,
by it, so
you're
yes.
basing that off of society now. Like you're bringing like jealousy and all kinds of stuff that wasn't a thing back then.
I think
Like, they're-
jealousy.
they're-
has
Oh,
always
jealousy
been
didn't
around.
exist.
I
in
think
the-
jealousy's always been around.
No,
for
okay,
sure.
fine, possibly. But the whole reason why they did this is because they wanted a child to be able to have the traits of all of the men in the tribe. And so they wanted it to be as diverse as possible, and no man could have a specific say in anything or more than anyone else. And so it's just like it's tribe mentality. It's raising kids up like in the 70s when your neighbors had to watch neighborhood kids and help, quote, parent them or
Bro, okay, in the Western, I don't know what some tribe in Ethiopia, I don't know what some tribe somewhere is doing or has done. What I can speak about is, broadly speaking, in the Western and Eastern world, monogamy has been the norm. Perhaps in some Muslim countries, there's polygamy. However, monogamy has been valued up until very recently. We had Christianity. Chastity and monogamy was valued for both men and women. So virginity, bringing it back to that, has been valued for the past 2,000 years in both men and women. It's only until very recently where we've pretty much destroyed the social order. So I can't speak to some tribe how I don't know
that's
what.
fair. I'm just saying that's not everything.
But what was
Your
the original?
fact was just pretty like
What was my fact?
It was more of his opinion of that
Right.
scenario
Well, I think
that I disregarded.
just on a general level, I think promiscuity is disgusting. It's gross.
I believe in monogamy. I do.
For my
but- yeah. Sorry.
okay, for myself, it's like the idea of sleeping with a woman who just slept with the guy the night before, to me, is disgusting. And I don't have a double standard on this. If a woman would be disgusted sleeping with a man who just slept with another girl, I think that's totally fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fair.
But you can't, in order for, if a hookup culture exists, if promiscuity exists, having a high body count exists, you can't object to me finding that gross. Like I just, well, I suppose you can, but
I objected to your opinion on the tribes. I didn't object to your opinion of you having a preference in your dating mannerisms.
okay.
Yeah, I thought that what you were saying was just like, you know,
Hold on.
that's
Martin
just a sec.
donated $100. Here's why body count matters for women. Assured paternity issues. STI risk as receptive partner. Oxytocin trauma. Increased divorce likelihood and relationship dissatisfaction with increased number of partners. Breakup trauma masculinizes women.
Then that's fine. Date who you're comfortable with.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Do what you want.
I'll go back to he kind of articulated all the things. So paternity uncertainty. So, excuse me.
Aren't we past that though?
Well, I didn't fully explain it,
Okay.
but basically men have an evolutionary reason for that doesn't exist in women, because if a man has 10 wives and they all get pregnant, you know who the father is. However, if a woman has 10 husbands and she sleeps with all of them, you can't guarantee who the father is. Don't worry, the screen's gonna go black for a sec. We're still live. The other thing, like he said, STDs. The more promiscuous you are, the more likely you are to have or get an STD.
Vice versa for men.
yeah,
Yes,
because men
true.
can get
But I'm telling you why men care about body count
Oh,
and why body count matters.
okay.
So you can
See, I
definitively
don't-
say that it's just about these disgusting factors or what you think is disgusting and whatever versus
And-
like a control aspect and wanting to mold someone into what
It's not.
Is it? Yeah, control and
because
value.
I feel like that's an underlying aspect that like
I mean,
is
what-
hard to deny.
What you call controlling, I just call having a preference.
But based on someone who has zero experience.
Right.
So you're taking advantage of her
How- Her
inexperience.
naivete.
How that's not true. How is it taking advantage of someone? I don't see how that is. Having a preference for someone who has no STD, if we're talking about virgins, who has less likelihood of an STD, who's more capable of pair bonding. There's a lesser likelihood of infidelity. There's a lesser likelihood of relationship dissatisfaction. They've done studies on this. The more premarital sexual partners you've had, the greater likelihood of divorce, the greater likelihood of infidelity, and the greater likelihood of reporting relationship dissatisfaction, marriage dissatisfaction.
But that goes for both parties, not just men, and not
More
just
so for
women.
women, but yes.
I feel like this just goes back to what I said, which is exactly do what you want, do who you want, what you're comfortable with, and let others do the same. But I'm being called selfish for thinking everybody should just do what they want and not judge others, which I find interesting. I think it's actually selfless to just exist in your own space and just be at peace with the world. You know, you don't have to have an opinion about everybody else. There are a lot of times in my life where I'll see somebody doing or saying something I disagree with, and I've found the most peace in just accepting it. I've already been like released from the obligation to have a take by Marcus Aurelius. I don't have to feel any kind of way about anybody or what they're doing, and I don't find that selfish at all.
So I'm not really following.
I'm saying it's interesting that we can't just all coexist and let people do what they want. That like if somebody prefers a virgin or prefers, you know, somebody with experience, that's fine.
I
And I
accept that people are promiscuous.
Yeah, then that's fine.
I
don't
accept that
think-
people are promiscuous.
We're here to
However-
have a conversation and a debate, and so we're pushing back on certain
Mhm.
things.
Yeah.
It's not
But
my
I think,
personal
but I
opinion
do,
about
but
him.
what I do think is unfair if you're gonna call something like disgusting. I think that's
Yes, I think promiscuity is disgusting.
okay.
Oh my God.
So you're
Heaven
not
forbid.
promiscuous.
Yeah, so you
So
yourself
why is
don't-
he not allowed to say that based on your whole theory right now?
Well, he is, but
Oh,
at the
base,
same
thank you.
time, I'm saying
Thanks for the
wouldn't
backup.
wouldn't it bring you more peace just to not judge others?
Well, I mean, I don't spend my time thinking about all the people that are getting herpes out there and that are, destroying their ability to pair bond with future partners. I don't really give it a whole bunch of thought outside of this podcast, but we're having a conversation about it. So I'm engaged in the conversation. I don't spend my time like, oh my God, these fucking people are just fucking like crazy. Like, I don't really I accept that people are promiscuous. Like, it is what it is.
Well, it's not so much you in particular. It's your viewer base. It's like they
is against
they can't,
promiscuity. Good
no,
job,
I'm
guys.
not saying you
Good
interrupted
job.
me. I would like it if you could let me finish. I'm saying they just see us as hoes no matter what we do. When it's like you guys would all find a lot more peace if you just let people exist.
Well,
We're not hoes for existing.
I wouldn't take what they're saying personally. Like, who knows who these
Yeah.
people are? Like, what
Yeah,
they're
let's-
going
You've
through.
mentioned the
like,
comments so many times. Aren't
I
we here
don't-
to have a
let's-
discussion person to person?
Yeah,
Why are we
let's-
basing this off of the comments?
Yes, good point. Let's keep the
Yeah.
conversation related. I mean, the people in the chat might be like talking about like
I just think
they
biracial
could just
dwarf
be
treating.
trolling.
I don't know.
Like,
I just think it's a greater indicator of like where we are, like societally, is that everybody is really happy to bring everyone else down.
don't base it off of
I
this
thought Eric-
Martin
narrow.
donated
Hold on just a second.
$100. As the female receptive partner, you are 47% more likely to catch STIs. The total skin area and thinness of the vaginal walls is far more susceptible to disease than is the penile skin. Do you not understand science and biology? Or is that too patriarchal?
Source? Are you a doctor?
I mean,
That sounds like some made up numbers. I'm gonna need a source. If you can provide me with a source, I'll believe you.
Marquavius, I guess she's asking for a source. Okay, who was speaking? I apologize.
Oh, I was just saying, like, I wouldn't like take this narrow group of people and compare that to society as a whole. I mean, this is a small like.
I'm just going based off of my
whole
experiences,
world.
like my entire life. It's like I've just wanted to exist and make friends and have a good time, and it's like over and over and over again. I'm faced with this judgment just for being a woman, and I'm not even a promiscuous woman.
Could it be related to your OnlyFans?
Before that too, as a child, I'm saying like starting from like age 12, I want to say is when it started.
Derail this shit all the time. All right, you started what?
Started.
You were being
fa-
slut shamed at 12 years old.
as a 12-year-old virgin. Yes, it's like automatically they see a woman and their first thought is, oh, she's a hoe.
That's not my first thought when I see a woman.
I'm not saying it's yours. I'm saying that's a lot of people because they've been conditioned to just think negatively of women without getting to know them.
But if you're okay with yourself and the choices that you decide to make in life, you shouldn't be concerned what anyone else thinks of you. Like, be okay with yourself and be okay with who you are. And who cares what anyone else thinks? The people that are supposed to be in your life, you will draw those type of people. The people that are giving you a hard time or you're getting that negative, they're going to be gone.
You're right.
Like,
And
they don't matter.
you're right,
you
and that's
preach.
true.
Do what you preach.
You're right, and that's true. But I'm saying for the sake of discussion, I think it is interesting and sad seeing how so many people treat each other.
I think,
War is
it's-
bad.
yeah.
Yeah,
Poverty
that'll
is
ever
bad.
change.
Yeah, I know.
Starving children is
it won't ever
bad.
change.
Yeah.
But neither will promiscuity, neither will hookup culture, and here we are discussing it.
I think it's
Things
not.
that will be static forever.
Yeah, I think it's just natural for people to have opinions on things and have
Oh,
beliefs.
hold on just a sec.
Martin donated
Thank you,
$100.
Marquavius.
Brian, do you possess the evidence that I am a Mensa member and a team research leader at a think tank in Tennessee? I have countless published studies and white papers on these topics.
He also owns like 30 Quiznos, by the way.
Oh, cool.
That's like
Talk to me when you own 40.
that should do something for his credibility. He owns like a shit ton of Quiznos. So
He can talk to me when
Free
he owns 40.
sandwiches.
all right, Marquavius, you need to expand your franchise ownership. Okay. So here, let's by the way, Eric, that was a very good little hide there of the Twitch overlay. Well done. Let's pull up the Twitch while we're at it. Let me shout out the Twitch people. Guys, go to twitch.tv/whatever. Yo, Green Bean, thank you for the prime. Go to twitch.tv/whatever. Open up another tab. You guys were just prepped to do this. Holy shit. Give us a follow. Drop us a prime sub if you have it. Link your Amazon account to Twitch And every month you can sub to us totally free. It's a quick, free, easy way to support the show. Every month, you know, YouTube demonetization, all that. So just like a really easy way to support the show if you don't want to like, you know, super chat or anything like that. Thank you. Oh my God. The Twitch followers are on fire. Who was that? Oh shit. Sorry, I missed it. Definitely a hetero. Thank you for the prime. Oh my God. Super squishy. Thank you so much. Oh my God. You guys are on fire. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you guys. Okay. So body count. Word.
What word?
Exactly. What
Huh?
word? Huh?
Do what you want. I will.
All right, let me do
stand
some.
by
Let me
that.
do. Oh, you wanted to come in?
Oh,
Go ahead.
I'm just saying body count should be discussed between your partners. And if the person objects, do not continue to engage because it's going to create further conflict down the line. If you are somebody that wants less, c'est la vie. If you are somebody that does not care about past history, do understand, because you mentioned, you used a specific term of connection.
Pair bonding.
Pair bonding.
Yep.
Study that. I would highly encourage people that don't know what pair bonding is to study it just a little bit, because no matter your sex, it can affect your future relationships.
Oh, so you're kind of agreeing. The more sexual partners you've had, the lower your ability to pair bond with future partners.
If you're uneducated.
What does that mean? Just connect?
No, would you?
Well, I mean, an easier way to look at it would be the ability to bond and pair with someone and to fall in love with them.
Oh,
it's emotional attachment. So
emotional attachment, yeah.
And this can occur whether you're a male or female or spectrum wise. The more partners you do have, psychology would say that it does make it more difficult for you to bond with a singular individual due to your experiences and how you perceive your partner.
Are you saying you do agree with that?
I do agree with pair bonding. I think the more partners you have, it does make it more difficult for you to form longevity within your relationships. I don't think that overarching body count matters too much, but psychology would tend to disagree in some aspects. And I can't argue with, I can't argue with psychology necessarily.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll add one thing. There's also this concept, and I think it typically is, I suppose it could happen to men, sort of, but it would be a different term, I guess. But there's this concept called alpha widow, where once you've hooked up or slept with or been in a relationship with a certain tier of man, a certain attractiveness of man, a guy who fucks you just right, it's going to be really hard to pair bond with a guy who doesn't match up to that. And here's where women get in trouble on this and men don't. As we already discussed, it's much easier for women to get laid than it is for men. So here's where women can get in trouble on this. An average woman can sleep with a guy who's of a higher status than her, who's more wealthy than her, who is more physically attractive than her, because men will sleep down. Yeah, men will sleep down, whether that's socioeconomic status, whether that's looks, because we welcome the easy access to sex. So the difference there between men and women is, as a woman, for you to want to sleep with a guy, even for a one-night stand, he has to be at least attractive enough physically for you to be in a relationship with him. He might not be relationship material, but he has to at least be physically attractive enough for you to sleep with him. Whereas men, we will sleep with women who we would never be in a relationship with based solely on their physical attractiveness, but we welcome the easy access to, not all men, but men welcome the easy access to sex, so they'll sleep with a woman that they would never be in a relationship with based solely on their physical attractiveness.
Don't you have a diagram that you believe shows this accurately?
A diagram.
It shows.
Well, there's hypergamy. I don't know if I have a diagram on this, but basically,
I thought you had a. I've watched one podcast.
I'm not sure. I'm not going to pull anything up right now unless you can maybe more precisely tell me what the diagram is. But so, as a woman, if you hook up with a really top tier guy in terms of physical attractiveness, you're not like, when here's the thing. Let's say you're a 7 or a 6. You could like hook up with a dude who's an 8, right? He might not ever commit to you. That's where women get fuck zoned by the guy. He might just want you for a one night stand. He might just sleep with you a couple times, string you along. That's where situationships typically play out. Then when you look at the guy who's actually on your level, who's prepared to commit to you, who's prepared to be in a relationship with you, who's prepared to marry you, even though he's actually your looks equivalent, your socioeconomic equivalent, you think you're settling for him. Now, luckily, I think most of the girls at this table, none of you considered yourself to be 10s, but we've had girls come on the show who they say, I think I'm a 10. Now, I don't know where that stems from. Maybe they've been able to hook up with really attractive guys that never committed to them. But that's where women get into trouble. They're able to hook up with guys of a certain status or certain physical attractiveness. And then they think, oh, that guy was a 10 who I hooked up with. Thus, I must be a 10 too. But that's not how it works. So then you look, let's say you're a 7, you look at the guy who's actually in reality a 7, you think you're settling for him, even though that's your looks equivalent. That's your looks match.
I agree. Yeah.
You're
What
shaking
is a
your
10
head.
anyways? Like,
I'm just saying, the whole concept of looks being so predominant on the scale system, like this arbitrary scale, it's so like looks are in the eye of the beholder. There's so many people that
true.
have
very true, yeah.
separate,
Yes.
different preferences.
Sorry. They really like interrupting you, by the way. Thank you, man.
I'm a top 1% earner. Body count matters to a point. I have dated girls who say under 5 and one's over 40 partners. The past isn't as important as the present. If they are still wanting to be in a hoe phase, then hard pass. Brian, you are the man.
cool.
I
There
mean,
you go. Yeah.
Yeah,
They-
have a whole
Yes.
phase.
Very
Yes.
well eloquent.
Thank
I
you,
like
Nick.
that.
But I would reiterate again, I appreciate your donation. Past behavior is a great predictor of future behavior. So if you were promiscuous in the past, the likelihood that you're more likely to cheat.
That
I
is
disagree.
so
So
untrue.
untrue.
Yeah,
That's
do you
not
believe
true.
people can
Yeah.
change?
Okay, let me ask you guys a question. Let's say you found out that you're talking to a guy and you found out that in all his past relationships, keyword past relationships, he cheated on every single one of his partners. It's his past, right? Is that not going to be part of
Cheating
the
and hookup culture is
calculus for
different.
you?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
That's like I agreed like the cheating thing is a red flag, but like for instance, I've hooked up with more people than I'd like to, but I'm a totally different person now. Like I was on drugs doing all this crazy shit.
Sobriety.
Give me
And-
back the ring.
It's no,
Give me
wait.
back the ring, Ava.
Wait a sec. But I'm just saying, like, I've hooked up with only a few people in the past couple of years. Most of what I did was when I was a different person.
Mhm.
So like I think it's sad that you would judge me on who I was when I'm a totally different person now, you know?
I agree.
Sure. Well, okay. So that
I took my
certainly it's if you had to choose between two women, one who is currently promiscuous and one who is no longer promiscuous but was promiscuous in her past, the choice is obvious, right? However, would it be
Are you
But
trying
you
to
said-
state like the lesser of two evils opportunity?
But you didn't say promiscuous. You said cheating. If somebody
Yeah.
cheated
Yeah,
on
that's
all of their
very
past partners,
different.
that's very
Very
different.
Yeah.
That's
I think he said
boundaries broken.
That's like
I think
loyalty
you said-
and like other like characteristics.
More
right? But you're looking at their past.
Yeah, but you said cheating. I thought we were talking about promiscuity. You said promiscuity is a great indicator for how they will be in their future. But then you changed it. You flipped the script and you said, "What if they cheated?" That's
No, I
a
said
little
past
different.
past behavior is a great predictor for future behavior.
Sure, that's true. But you didn't say promiscuity. You said specifically cheating. If
He said-
somebody specifically cheated on all of their partners, then yes, I would
But
assume that that's a
was
habit of
past.
theirs.
So, but you can make the same argument. Well, it was my past. I made mistakes. I'm a new person. I've changed.
Sure, you could.
Would you
Anyone
believe
can
them?
change. Anyone
Or
can
would you
change.
have reservations?
I wouldn't believe them.
It would be a difficult conversation that we would have to have.
Right.
Um,
I realize these two things are not entirely the same, but you're looking at their past, you're making a judgment call on their past behavior, and you're thinking, because of that past behavior, what does that say about them potentially moving forward?
Well, promiscuity doesn't imply that they'd be so willing to break a boundary. If they were promiscuous, fine, but if they were cheating, then that's a boundary broken, as opposed to them living a single and consensual life.
Agreed.
So that I don't think that's quite fair. If they're promiscuous in their past, sure, you can have your reservations, you can be wary, but I think it's a lot different if they're cheating, then they're openly showing you that they've repeatedly broken a specific person's boundaries. If they're promiscuous in their past, I don't think that's necessarily to say it's not an indicator that they'll cheat on you, is what I'm saying. It's a totally different subject.
Word. I gotta pull this up really quick. Yo, David, think you're the 50 man. A key that opens many locks is better than the lock that opens up to many keys. It's been about 5 years since I've considered dating. I feel like I'd marry anyone who's just sensible at this point. Last, where do I send job inquiry? You talking about working for whatever? Brian at whatever.com.
If
Thank
it's
you.
been so long since you've dated anybody, and it's likely because you think everybody's like us and promiscuous, you're looking in the wrong places. Delete social media, get off Instagram, get off Pornhub, get off Reddit, get off the internet.
Get off OnlyFans?
Go get off
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
What?
I tell people on my OnlyFans, people have come to me and been like, I'm addicted to you. I'm addicted. I can't stop. And I've told them leave. Or people who have told me like, I would like to find an actual relationship. I tell them leave. Just because I'm doing it doesn't mean you have to support what I'm doing. Get off social media, for God's sake. Go to join a yoga class, go to the beach, join any kind of extracurricular, meet people in person. You are not going to find somebody long-term on the internet like this. You are
I
not.
did.
You
Mine was
can't-
Bumble.
Okay.
I found the love of my life.
Minority versus majority.
I mean, most people meet
the men
online.
who think all women are
Everyone
like
meets their
us, I
partner
on
strongly
dating
recommend
apps
you
now.
find somebody
Most
in
People that are
person.
50 meet their partners.
Okay,
Right.
so wait,
We're
question.
talking about
Yeah, we're talking about
promiscuity
yeah.
specifically when it comes to dating
Into
and
the mic.
relationships.
Well, that's the
All
type
the
of
men,
girl
the
then.
men
It's
who
not the
think we're all
platform that they're
hoes,
using.
all the men who think we're all hoes, though, it's like, okay, if you want to
Bro,
find
you're
somebody
really caught up
genuine-
on this.
And I'm
I
just
don't know.
saying, if it's been 5 years and you've had no luck with somebody, it could be that you're looking in the wrong places, and maybe it's not the woman's fault. Maybe you're not putting yourself out there.
Question for you guys, since you guys do OnlyFans. Do you guys do solo content, BG? What do you guys do on
I do
OnlyFans?
anything and everything.
Avery,
I do
can you scoot the mic that way a little bit?
this way.
Yeah, perfect.
I have done a little bit of everything.
Orgies?
No.
Yes,
No.
I've done that
You've done orgies?
with girls.
With chicks?
Yes, with chicks.
Okay. What about you? Like what kind of content is on your OnlyFans? BG, solo?
I've got BG, solo, girl, boy, girl. That's the same thing. Never mind. I explained it.
What's that fucking closed nightclub in New York? CBGB? What is that?
Yeah.
Okay. Fucking hold on those. All right. So BG?
Yeah.
With your partner or just like
With my partner.
random?
And we've also done videos with other couples that do OF. We've done like side-by-side stuff.
Sure. Okay. And how long have you guys been doing OnlyFans?
I think coming up on 2 years.
A year.
A year.
A year. Okay. Have any of you done like traditional adult content or just OnlyFans?
Just OnlyFans.
Just OnlyFans.
Okay, not like corn, so to speak.
I mean, stuff of mine has been leaked and I've let it stay up there because it brings good press in, but no, not of my own accord.
Okay. So, question: how much money do you guys make per month?
Enough for at least 2 hot dogs.
The fuck? Give us a range.
No.
Come on.
Mm-mm. It's bad juju.
It's good juju.
Mm-mm.
No.
Mm-mm.
What about you, Avery? I should have started with Avery. What?
Yeah, because everyone knows I'm the one that spills. No.
Avery, let's hear
No.
it.
It's so all over the
No.
place, though. That's the thing. Like it
Average,
changes.
average.
No,
How much do you make in a year? 6 figures.
Could you pay someone's tuition
Mm-mm.
here in Santa Barbara?
Do you guys make
Yeah.
more than 6 figures?
yeah.
A year.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Do you make more than 6 figures a year?
It's bad juju.
Wait,
Tell
wait.
you
What's
what,
more than?
I'll
wait,
tell
wait.
you how
Sorry,
much
not-
I
no.
make on OnlyFans.
You mean how much she makes?
Wait, oh yeah, you have one.
No, it's Kiki.
OnlyFans.com/whatever. I
That's
literally
not
have
you.
it.
That's Kiki. How much does Kiki?
Yeah, but I'm the
it's
pimp.
Up to if Kiki
I'm the
wants
pimp.
to tell us.
I'm running that shit.
You're the pimp.
You want to self-identify as a pimp?
Huh?
Well, you're thinking too much about it.
I'm just curious.
So I'll reveal how much I make on OnlyFans if you guys reveal how much.
I'm
you
good.
guys make
I
on
don't care to
OnlyFans.
know.
Me and Kiki are killing it, son.
You
Killing
have
it.
enough to buy 3 hot dogs?
What the fuck? What's up with you and hot dogs?
I don't know.
Have you
Fucking
two ever
nitrates.
have you two ever had any other job?
I've
Oh,
bartended.
yeah.
I know you do. I know.
I'm literally a pianist.
That's amazing.
A penis? What?
I'm a pianist.
Oh, how's your Chopin?
How's my what? My Chopin? Not as good as my Debussy.
Do you like perform?
I used to.
Oh, how cool.
Not so much anymore since the pandemic. But I did. OnlyFans, I will say my favorite purchase is I got myself a grand piano.
Wow.
It's lit.
That's really cool.
Okay, so let me do some super chats here, guys. Sorry, I'm gonna get caught up on the super chats. All right, thank you, man, for the 50. Edie, let me have you read these. Let's hear that lovely diction voice of yours. Go ahead
If that crazy government,
into the mic.
if that crazy government cheese pizza watching blood challenged Brian, then she lost. She ran away. These ladies say you have to bring out their feminine energy, but would dump a man if he showed up to the date in a dress and said the same.
Based. True. Word. Okay.
They're still so hung up on her.
Well, this came in a while ago.
Oh.
Yo, continue, Edie.
I don't. Can we go down the line?
No, you got it. You're good. You're good.
Young lady in the white top, please move to the right side of the table because I'm about to rain fire on the red-haired side of the
The
table.
red-haired
The red-haired
side?
side?
Yeah,
The
we're
red-haired
called the
side?
red-haired side now.
Oh, I love that.
Okay. Oh, I think. Oh shit. There's so many opportunities for asteroids. Fuck. Hold on.
What is that?
Oh,
Oh
is
my
that? It's
There
coming
you
right
go.
for us.
I thought your monitor broke. or
There you go. Boom. Okay. Thank you, Hearn, man. Appreciate it. Sonny, thank you for the 100. Avery, why don't you read this one?
Men and women are not the same when it comes to sex and relationships. This is a fact you women have to accept. No amount of feminism is going to change that. As a woman, you should value yourself more. Women control access to sex, so therefore they bear responsibility.
Word. Yo, Sonny, thank you for the 100, man. Appreciate it. Yo, James Wilson, merci beaucoup pour le Canadien 140. Thank you, man. This is. Go ahead.
Me?
Yeah, they want to hear more from you.
Why? So soon. Okay,
So
this
soon?
this is a big issue with my friends. I'm the only sexually active man where all my dudes and they can't even get a date. They don't understand that because I'm 6'2" and confident and slightly attractive that I'm the only one getting dates and laid. Women don't get it.
Yeah, so this is excuse me, getting tongue tied here. This is in response to our conversation where we were talking about men struggling to get laid, and you, I don't know if I convinced you yet, but you said that men have it easy when it comes to getting laid. I forgot exactly what you said. Do you want to?
I just said that I don't think they have it as hard as people make it seem, or like, I don't know. It's
I think
just-
they have it harder than people make it seem.
Girl,
Most
I
men
don't-
have it
girl,
harder.
That would be
just
really
tell-
scary.
What, I don't
I get
know.
it.
Like I don't know. And most men that I know that are sexually active are having sex. So
Well, most of the men you know that are sexually active are having sex.
they're not lacking.
I mean, that makes sense to me, but
Yeah, but they're not like struggling. Like they just go to the club and take a girl home.
Let me ask you: are you on any dating apps?
No.
You're single though, correct?
Yeah.
What percentage of men do you get DMs from men
Yeah.
on Instagram? How many DMs a day do you get?
I don't know because I'm not on social media like that. So I don't.
Give me a range.
I don't know. Like maybe I don't know. Depends. If I'm on social media, maybe like 10. I don't know.
A day?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Most men won't even get that in their entire lives. Most men won't even get a DM in their entire lives. How many
I
of those
mean-
men, okay, of the 10 men that message you a day, how many of them do you respond to? 0?
No, I'm actually really like I'll respond to any. I'm not gonna respond like as in like entertain actually
That's what I'm-
meeting up.
Sure, that's what I
Oh,
mean.
then
though.
I don't really like entertain anybody, but I'm nice. Like if someone compliments me, like I'll
And when I
respond
say
with
the
that.
men who DM you, I'm speaking specifically of the men that are messaging you
Yeah.
where it's kind of clear that there's perhaps a romantic interest.
Mhm.
How many of those do you entertain?
None.
Okay. So they're
What?
who here's on the dating app currently? Christian Mingle, I'm assuming.
Me?
Yeah.
Avery?
You know me.
Oh, you're on Christian Mingle?
No.
Well, you've got a thing or something. Of the men you see on dating apps, how many of them do you swipe no on? What percentage?
Oh gosh. I mean, I think it's 60. No, 70% no.
70% no? Okay. Anyone
Yeah.
else on dating apps?
I had Hinge.
What was the percentage of men that you
Swiped no or yes?
swiped no on?
What was my necklace?
No, I'm
called?
itching myself.
Oh, I'd have to say like 85% would be a no.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you only found like 15% of men attractive.
Yeah, I mean, no, I found a lot of men attractive. It's just I would swipe left because Hinge has the prompts and stuff. So if I didn't like what they said in the prompt, then I'd just be like no. Even if it was like he was like a 10, super hot, I'll just be like no because certain prompts I just did not sit right with me. Yeah.
I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is this proving a point?
Well, I'm trying to think how I'm gonna.
Because still, what I said though was okay. If it's so hard for men to get girls or whatever, then how do they always find someone to cheat with? And I
but
know,
who is they?
like majority. I don't know. Is there statistics on how many men cheat
How many
I-
men are you referring to in your own life?
that I've seen cheat?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like a lot of them.
I've seen a lot of men in my that I've seen throughout life cheat, but I've also seen a lot that haven't.
I don't know if I've ever seen a man.
And I've
that-
also seen a lot of women who cheat and I know a lot of women who don't. So it's like I feel like both sides
Look.
there's a lot.
Okay, so you think it's kind of easy for guys to get laid, or it's not as hard as people are leading you on.
Yeah.
The reality is, most men are invisible to most women. Most women can sleep with most men. Most men cannot sleep with most women. Women sleep with who they want. Men sleep with who they can.
Okay. I mean, I guess.
Here, Eric, can you pull up that? There's an infographic that shows the discrepancy between. It's in the infographics folder. Let me. I think it's the frequency, the sex frequency one from the Washington Post. We've pulled it up a bunch of times.
Or maybe that was what I was referring to earlier.
So y'all know men who do not cheat.
I don't cheat. What's up? She.
You better be loyal to Avery.
What's that?
You better be loyal to
He told
Avery.
me
Or
to take my
you
ring
just
off.
think they don't cheat. You actually
that
know
shit
they
back
don't
on.
cheat, or you just think they don't cheat. You said you don't cheat. Have you ever cheated
What's-
before?
No.
Have any of your friends ever cheated that you know of, where you could have said something?
Said something to who? My loyalty is to my friends, not my
but
friend's girlfriend.
do you
but-
support your friend cheating?
No. But I honestly, I don't think I've ever had a friend come to me and say, Brian, or I knew that he was fucking another girl. I don't know. Maybe I'm just surrounding myself with decent people.
I've been
I don't
brutally
know.
cheated on, and I still have faith in men.
Well, I would say it is important who you surround
same.
yourself with. And if you say that, then I would credit that to your character.
I don't think all men cheat, but I just think there's a high percentage of men who do cheat. And I'm not saying that like it's a bad or a good thing, but it's just things that I've seen, I guess. And it's not even like, I don't know. I'm surprised that you guys don't see that as well.
Eric, did you pull up the infographic? What is it called? Sex frequency, I believe.
I think media.
Sex
portrays
freak?
more male cheating.
Yeah.
It's
Then
because it's very.
Zooming out a little bit. So, Or actually, put it on window. So
Okay.
window tab. Yeah. So this is from 2018. This is from the Washington Post. It was from a general social survey that they do like every 10 years or something. So share of men and women between the ages of 18 and 30 reporting no sex in the past year. So in 2018, there's a 10% difference between men and women. So 10% more men are reporting having not had sex in the past year.
It's not that much, though.
That's pretty substantial. What is that?
I mean, it's not like 70 and 10, you know?
Well, sure. I mean, that would probably be social collapse if that shit was happening. But
What do you propose we do about that?
what do I propose we do?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good question. I'm not entirely, I don't know what the, I'm not sure what the antidote is to that, but I think a return to perhaps more traditional values. People,
Dick
TB,
Dick
thank
Energy
you, man.
donated $100. Out of love, women become entirely what it is that they are in the imaginations of the men who love them. Of the men you love and love you, how does he imagine you?
Yeah, Eric, go back to the chart really quick. Thank you. Was this a question? Here, the big thing is there's a 10% discrepancy between men and women, but note the change from 2008 to 2018.
Oh, wow.
So it's a 20% change. So that's huge. That's a huge change. So what is happening there? And there's Eric, if you can search up like Pew Research DBE, by the way, thank you for the donation. Was that a question? I don't know if it was out of love, women, of the men you love and love you, how does he met? Okay, yeah. Pew Research Pew Research single, men and women, something like that. See if you can find the article. I think it was a Yahoo article that we had previously looked at. Let me know if you have it, Eric. Pew Research, PEW. Not sure if this is it, but what's the date on that? No, it was recent. It was like the past month. See if you can find it again. Just Pew Research, do 2023 single men, women, something like that. 2023. Which one? Motherfucker, Valentine's Day. What are you doing? No. Pew Research. Oh, no, different one. Oh, wait. Actually, go back. It might be in the related tab over there. Shit. Go look at research topics. Go to research topics there in the left. Eric? Yeah. Is there a date, family, and relationships? Scroll down.
Is this the study where far more women are stating that they're in relationships than men?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Where? What the fuck? Where is it? I don't know. In any case, basically they found that fuck. It was really good too. Eric, can you keep trying to search? Yeah. And I'm going to search on my end. Pew Research.
So what you're saying is that people are not having sex nowadays? More men than women are not having sex nowadays.
Basically, here's what's happening is I think it's the age group of between 18 to 29. You have women in that age group who are reporting being in relationships. I think it's like 60% are reporting being, I don't know what the exact number. Whereas there's like 20% of men in that same age group that are reporting being in relationships. So that to me means two things. The women are dating in that age group are dating older men, and they're all sharing the same guys. So you'll have a girl who's dating a guy who has like 3 girlfriends or some shit.
Wouldn't that further support that men are not struggling getting women?
The top tier of men, though.
Okay. What is top tier? Like you're talking
Like
about
let's say the top 10% of men.
money?
Well, it could be physical attractiveness. It could be the whole package. It could be socioeconomic status.
Okay.
Then just make yourself top tier. Take care of yourself. Get an education.
Oh, that's convenient. Just become top tier.
I mean, if you're gonna sit around and complain about top tier men pulling all the women, why not focus on yourself and grind?
Well, yes, that's good advice. However, there's certain realities to society. Not everyone can be a rock star. Some people are going to have to be garbage men. Some people are going to be working in fast food restaurants. That's the reality. The difference is an average woman who works at McDonald's can fuck 7 dudes a week, and an average dude who works at McDonald's ain't no chance in hell he's fucking 6 chicks a week. You don't think you?
No, I
think
agree.
that's possible.
Oh,
If
I
he's-
know. If he's like
I
a
don't know.
top tier Chad, maybe.
Oh.
Even then,
Oh, there we go.
what? What do you mean?
I was waiting for the Chad lingo.
All right. Well,
Chads and Stacy's and such.
I mean, it's
These
a.
imaginary names we give to these imaginary people who threaten our security.
Well, I reject that. It's just an easy way to basically say like a really attractive guy.
That's subjective, though. Somebody who's a Chad to one person won't be a Chad to everyone.
If you line up 100 women or 100 men, and you say, okay, look at these people, there's going to be some degree of consensus.
Wilster Forever donated $100. Brian stays awake at night, rocking back and forth in the dark, thinking about all the alphas and players smashing all the hot hoes in 4 in Santa Barbara while he's on the struggle bus.j/KJK. But seriously, guys have to put in work to get laid versus girls.
I agree with
What
Bro,
do you
y'all
mean?
got-
We just got engaged.
Yeah.
Yo, Wilster, thank you, man. Yes, I'm having like fucking panic attacks at night thinking about this shit.
Big Energy
Big
donated
energy.
$100.
Thank you, man.
Us grinders are find earth of quality women. Dated 100 plus. Most Western women are absolute trash.
Oh,
Pretty
wow.
but trash. Redhead's a perfect example.
Oh,
Gorgeous face, but would never wifey.
Thank you, and no worries. I'm not interested.
oh, wow. Okay. Eric, were you able to find it, by the way? Most men single. You know what? It might have been that Valentine's Day one, but I could have sworn there was another one. Well, can you just pull up the Valentine's Day one really quick and then? Oh wait. Okay, yeah, that's fine. It is okay. Yeah, you're right. My bad. It is the Valentine's Day one, Eric. If you could pull it back up. Yeah, it says New York Post: 6 out of 10 young men are single. Disturbing reasons why. So it's 63% of men under 30 nowadays are electively single. Electively single. I don't know about that. Eric, can you pull it up? Okay, yeah, it's here. So can you make it bigger, please? Go to the Windows tab. Windows. Yeah, scroll down. Okay. Up. Just up a bit. Yeah, here. That's good. So I'm looking at let's see, percent of US adults who say they are single. Men, 32, women, wait, what? Oh, varies by age. Okay, so if you scroll down just a tad, Eric, just a little bit. So where it says men ages 18 to 29, 63% of men in that age group are reporting being single, whereas women in that same exact age group, if you look below, it says ages 18 to 29, 34% are reporting being single. So again, that to me, that just makes me think they're either dating older men, or what I think is more likely, a large proportion of women are dating the same guys. And I think a lot of women would rather share like a really top tier dude than get commitment from. The Pew Research is a really reputable statistics and data.
I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm a little floored and just.
Well, I mean, it kind of ties into hypergamy. Like women have a naturally hypergamous nature.
What does that mean?
Elaborate. I'll be the one to ask. Elaborate.
Well, just do you want to come in on this?
Me?
Yeah.
Sure, I guess. I mean,
Here,
well,
do you want me to? I'll
no,
define
I got
it.
it. Women naturally just tend to gravitate towards men who can either provide for them or protect them. That's just what we
Okay.
gravitate towards. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, that's
It's like
fair.
it's like the also it falls under women won't date men who are in the same socioeconomic status, but they prefer to date men higher, as men could date lower or the same. It doesn't really matter to them. Yeah.
Where did Brian go?
We lost our host. Is it a free for all?
I guess
Oh,
so.
no.
Everybody list a fun fact about yourself.
This is so off topic, but you have the best doe eyes like ever.
Me?
Yeah, they're like
Oh, you have
Bambi.
really cute eyes.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
Mhm.
That's funny you say that because I was literally sitting here like studying you, trying to figure out how you do your eyeliner.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
hmm
Who wants to read?
Men are simple. Make them feel appreciated and show them with physical and emotional support. Have good sex, cook the meals, make them feel like men, have good conversation, and be a good listener. Guys don't want.
He doesn't want to
That.
go down on girls.
That's
true. Brian
false.
has stated that. Mhm.
I can't cook though.
I know so many
Mm.
women that have been so good to men and they get
Yeah.
fucked over. So I don't know.
I'd agree.
Oh, me? No one can do whatever they want. We need boundaries so it won't be a culture like hookup culture. We can stop hookup culture by at least trying to tell other women to stop increasing body count. It's a first step.
Yo, Lucia, thank you for the 800,000 Indonesian. I don't know what root.
Women get
Ooh,
very
I'm half
shamed by
Indonesian,
other
yeah.
women.
Nice.
Oh.
That's really cool. I was there
Uh,
last year.
Are you from Jakarta? Where are you from, Lucia? Jakarta, Java, Bali? Let us know. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, so what did I miss while I was gone?
We were talking about eyeliner.
The
Yeah, we were
front?
talking about
Eyeliner.
Well, I told
Eyeliner.
everybody to list a fun fact, and we started talking
What's
about
up, Eric?
eyeliner.
Yeah.
Oh, really? There was
Usually
nothing.
Stop talking about eyeliner.
There's
Yeah,
nothing-
some guy.
As soon as I leave, there's no organic conversation. Okay. All right. Let's see here. We have. Did this one come through? I forgot where I left off.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, you read that one.
We did this one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Who wants to read this one? Go ahead.
I don't appreciate being called
Oh,
me.
I meant-
oh
no,
shit.
no,
No,
Sorry.
go for it.
Go, you better. I can't. I can hardly
you're
see.
starting.
Okay. I don't appreciate being called mean. I see all of you as beautiful women, even if I don't agree with you. As an average dude who's on the spectrum, hey buddy, I've given up on finding a wife.
Spectrum
Sorry.
buddies.
Aw.
Yeah, on the topic of like being neurotypical, and here's another advantage women have. Even a woman who's not neurotypical, bro, she could put up some bodies. But like a dude who's autistic or has Asperger's, good luck dating.
Mm,
I mean,
You-
not if you
I,
date
severity.
if you date someone
No,
like
my partner's
if the person
autistic.
dates someone like them.
I'm not saying it's impossible.
I
but-
think autistic guys are cute, and a lot of women
That's-
do. I think that's another generalization. That's just not true. Like I see it more and more on like Twitter and stuff. Like girls are simping for autistic dudes because they're genuine and they're quirky and they're cute.
Erroneous. Erroneous.
Most autistic men struggle severely when it comes to dating.
Well, they struggle in person interactions in general.
Yeah, it's not just
It's
dating.
not specifically dating.
Well, yes, but I guess the point I'm trying to make is that same difficulty is not going to present itself for women who are autistic,
Okay.
Who aren't or are.
who are, or maybe I got my words mixed up. But again, like there's all sorts of realms where you can like handicap, and I'm using like the golf term, not the disabled term, I guess. You could handicap a girl as much as you want, and she can still outperform a dude. Like you would have to severely handicap a woman. Again, golf term, not like a chick in a wheelchair could fucking put up some bodies, bro.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like she could get some,
Okay.
you know. Shit.
I
So
think
could- so
wait,
could a guy.
Brian, I
So
think
could a
I think
guy.
most of us
I know men in
Brian,
wheelchairs.
I think most of us agree
A
with
man
you.
in a wheelchair, he's gonna struggle. Trust me.
Okay.
Trust me on this. He's
Brian,
gonna have a
I
difficult
think a
time.
lot of us agreed with you that sure, women do have an easier time getting laid.
Oh, she didn't. So I'm just kind of.
Yeah, I was like the only
Blanket.
one, I
Here,
guess.
let's do this. Show of hands.
I don't know.
Who has an easy? Let me think. Let me think about how I want to word this. Do you think it's overstated the degree to which men struggle to get women?
Overstated?
Overstated. Do you think it's exaggerated?
I think it's a smidge.
A little, sure, because I think in some cases people get very self-pitchous, and yeah, sure, it's
Pitchous?
self-pitchous.
Is
Yeah,
is that a word?
it is,
Let me-
and I think
wow, I'm learning.
I'm
Hold
pretty
on,
sure
let me-
it is.
Pitchious, like pitch, EOUS.
Yeah,
Piteous.
yeah,
Oh, pity. Okay, pitchious. I didn't know. Okay, yeah, that's a word.
cool. Anyways, I
Hold
think
on, let me check the pronunciation.
Looking it up.
Piteous.
Piteous.
It's
Pite-
pitchious threw me off. son.
piteous. Oh, piteous.
Why you
sounds
gotta
gross.
throw me off like that?
Sorry,
dude?
I was homeschooled, so I learned the pronunciation of most things like by myself.
Oh.
So do you want to know really quick how I thought fatigue was pronounced until I was 14?
Fatiga.
Worse, a fatigue.
I love it. I love it.
anyways, I think yeah, sure, it's definitely harder for men to get laid. However, I think a lot of people tend to wallow in that fact instead of thinking, okay, how can I better myself? And like yeah, even if it is harder, it doesn't mean you should fall into that trope and stop and abandon taking care of yourself and give up.
Well, I agree with you that you shouldn't just wallow in self-pity and you should try to level up. However, I do think there are certain realities when it comes to the dating dynamics that make it incredibly frustrating for some men, especially men who are, for example, really unattractive physically or are short. These men have genuine concerns when it comes to dating.
Are you saying like somebody who's short, like they can't change that? There's nothing they can do to be taller? Like people who
No,
can't
you
level
can't
up
make
because-
yourself taller.
No, I know. I'm asking, is that what you're saying? Like people who have no choice but to accept that they'll never be top tier because they can't change something like their height?
Well, I mean, there's just certain realities to, for example, facial symmetry.
Mm-hmm.
There's just the way your face is, like that you can't
Mhm.
really change. And I mean, literally like a few, I don't know what the term would be, like a few cubic, I don't know what the fucking term is. Literally, what's the term? I don't know. Like the smallest amount of bone and meat could like transform someone's face. But if you're lacking in that way, there's really not much you can do to make up for it, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Now, no matter who you are, whether you're already really attractive or you're not, you do need to try to level up as much as you can. But some men are going to struggle more than others. And we're seeing that play out in actuality in real time in the dating marketplace,
Mm-hmm.
where you basically have swaths of men that are basically invisible to women.
But all of this doesn't have to, it's not about looks. It's about how men talk to women and
How?
lack
Oh,
thereof.
I don't know why this didn't get read. I'm going to trigger this again. Go ahead with your point, though.
I just think so much of this is not based on looks and whatnot. It's about how men just like literally don't know how to talk to women.
I mean, perhaps that's a
And-
component, but I mean, looks is
A
the
component,
first thing.
that's a huge aspect of it. To
Yeah,
like
but
get
if-
up the nerve to do it, to actually know what to say, to not have some terrible pickup line, to
Ah,
connect
good
with
point.
someone.
And the burden of which falls almost exclusively on men.
Sure, I think,
So men
I think
have
women do
have
as
a-
well, but you
women
can have
do what?
You can have what?
What women don't really initiate to the same degree that men do. Women
Sure.
don't have to.
Okay, but
So you just said, they don't know how to talk to guys. But like, we could run through this experiment right now. Like,
no, I'm saying there's an aspect of that. It's way worse.
but
for
most women
men.
don't have game.
I would disagree.
Most women don't. You don't have game and you don't need game. Women don't need game. You literally just show up.
I don't know. I've
I-
definitely turned off more than one person just from being weird.
My point is
Sure,
that it's
but-
not about looks. Like a guy on a lower end scale of
Then
looks
why
or
is-
whatever, if he's talking to you, if he's like
Into the mic.
intriguing you,
Into the mic, closer to the mic.
sorry, if he's intriguing you, that will outshine anything.
Yeah, but the basis for both men and women, the first thing is physical attraction. That has to be there. If you
Right.
have like dynamo game or Riz or whatever bullshit term, yeah, you can make up for your lack of looks. If you have status and you have wealth, you can make up for your lack of looks
I
to
don't
some
agree
degree.
with that. If you're meeting someone at a bar, like everything is on the line of what you're going to say to them. That's all that
Also,
matters.
your physical appearance.
Fine, but if you're engaging in that person in the way that is intriguing the woman, that says a lot more.
Well,
That
I mean,
people can get over like how you look, and they can grow to love you and accept. certain
Then why
things.
is it that women only swipe? Like a couple of you answered this question. Most of you said, oh, I only find like 10, 15% of the dudes on dating apps attractive. And the data from the dating apps themselves say that women swipe on they swipe no on the vast majority of men. So if it really wasn't about looks, then why is it the case that women on dating apps where most people meet seem to care quite a bit about physical appearance?
I think everyone cares quite a bit, and
Doesn't that contradict your point then?
No, I'm just saying. I think. I mean, I'm a little bit on the opposite side where I tend to date down.
Oh.
If
Jeffrey
anything.
Wolf donated $100. Don't fall into that trope. Red-haired girl, you mean like the feminist victimhood tropes you've been throwing out all night?
You want to kiss me so bad. Come play Mario Kart with me. You'll get creamed. Trust.
Creamed? What?
Haram!
Oh, okay. What? Go ahead.
I just think if more men who were not in the top tier knew how to speak to women more so, their looks wouldn't matter as much.
So if
And women are able and willing to like adapt to what their normal.
you're too far from the
standards are.
mic.
Sorry. Women are able to adapt their normal standards of what they think is attractive based on how attractive someone is speaking to them.
So basically, have game is
And
what you're
I know this
saying?
because it happened to me.
But I think most women don't care about looks anyways. Like I was
I would
reading
disagree.
this.
I disagree.
I don't know. I was
Cap.
reading this book and they said that most women
Cap.
they're seduced by words and men are
I've
seduced
heard
by
that.
physical
Agree-
appearances.
Agreed that women are
So-
seduced by words, but it is initiated by physical attraction.
The physical
So,
attractiveness.
Oh, like the
has
are
to
you
be
first
are
thing
there.
you going to
see?
engage? Like, let's say.
But
not
why are
saying-
women not even
I
willing
don't
to engage
care
in those
about. I
conversations?
don't care about looks though. Like I
Stop
don't
the
know.
cap.
No,
Bro,
it's
y'all-
not
you're full of
cap.
shit.
If
Yo,
he's-
would you date a guy shorter than you?
Yeah. I mean, I've gone on a date with a
have.
guy. Well, shorter than
I
me.
have
I'm
before,
short. I'm
yeah.
only 5'3", so I
Would you
don't.
date? Okay,
I don't
would
meet
you-
many men 5'3".
But let's say you did. Would you date? Would you be attracted to him?
I don't know if I would like be attracted to him, but I would not.
So you care about
I
looks.
wouldn't stop that from
You-
giving
so
him a
you care
chance.
about, but you care about looks.
No, because I don't stop that from like me giving somebody a chance. Like even if I'm not like
you would date someone you're not attracted to?
Yeah, I have. But just because
Okay.
I gave them a chance to actually get to know them, and I actually like, I wasn't initially attracted to this person.
Let me ask you a question.
Gave them a chance, and
You said you had you had one long-term relationship,
Yeah.
correct? How tall was he?
oh, he's like 6'1" or something.
That's
like that.
convenient.
Yeah.
The one guy you did have a long-term relationship happens to be 3 feet above
Fucking
the average
giant.
height. So girls say this all the time, but then I ask, well, what is of all the men you've dated?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, 6'3", 6'4".
Okay, I like guys that are. I do like guys.
I
that are
would date a
6 foot
short
and
guy,
up,
but all my
but
boyfriends
My
have been
ex-fiance was much
6'5".
shorter than I.
I wouldn't stop that from giving someone. I wouldn't let that stop me from giving somebody a chance. Real, like I wouldn't.
I think women are actually care way more about looks than men. Hot take of the night. How about that?
I disagree. Well, depends on what you're talking about. If you're talking about like long term, men would care about looks more, but short term, I don't think so.
I also think though dating apps nowadays make it
That's
really
why I don't
focus.
care about
Posture check.
looks. Because
Me?
Yeah, into the mic.
Sorry. I think nowadays dating apps make it really focused on looks because it's like
Mhm.
you're putting up pictures. You could write whatever caption you want to write, but
Dating apps are extremely vapid. It relies solely
Mhm.
on looks, and looks can be manipulated on
is.
photos.
yeah.
Mhm.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like Avery
You know-
said, like
you know what
if
else
something's not
manipulate-
working for you, maybe try something different.
Hold on.
and
Are you
see
gonna
what
say my
happens.
physical appearance as well? Like I could get surgery or something like that? and
No, I was
manipulate
gonna
that?
say makeup also does that. Okay, let me.
Not
a couple
to the same
of
extent as filters or.
Did the
no.
other one
makeup
get
is the
red?
most accepted lie in society.
I'm just as
Oh.
cute without makeup.
Same. I have pictures
Same.
on my Instagram with no makeup on.
A
So.
lot of
Most of
people-
men
a lot
don't
of
even
people
notice
ask for
when you're
pictures
not
without
wearing
it.
it.
Okay, I need to get these because they didn't come. By the way, sorry for I'm about to re-trigger it. I don't know why they didn't come through as TTS. I'm about to re-trigger these. Okay, so I'm waiting for it to pass. Oh shit! Whoops.
Mrs.
Sorry, it didn't come
donated
through.
$100. If our men put more of their time and money into improving themselves than spending it watching /of and playing video games, they get the high-value females they are looking for.
Yeah, but
Mhm.
men are checking out of the dating marketplace because it's just what's the saying? It's the juice isn't worth the squeeze, I guess.
Ew.
Foul.
That
How's
was
that
worse than me
found?
saying creamed.
No, it's not. Literally, it's just like men are like, shit, I have to do all this work. I have to like
For
be-
certain women,
What
if
is all
you're
this
depends on what
work?
type of women you're going after. Like,
I think it's
It's
also
called
hard.
hoflation.
Well, it's coming from the whole woke feminist movement, I think, too.
But what is the so-called work that you're describing? What is all this work that they have to do to date?
Men overwhelmingly, when it comes to courtship, do the heavy lifting. Men, I don't know if you're familiar with it. I've said this before. There's a video game term called carrying. So in the video game, when you're carrying somebody, they suck at the video game. You're presumably good at the video game, or at least you know what you're doing, and you're carrying them to the win, to the victory. So that's how a lot of men feel when it comes to dating.
I feel like a lot of women feel similarly. That they're the ones having to withhold these conversations for
Women
long
don't
drive.
know what.
I'm sorry, you interrupt. You first.
Okay. The guy has to initiate, point blank, period. Most men have to initiate. If they don't, they're not getting a DM. They're not getting anything.
Okay. May I ask the panel a question as well?
Well, let me just add to that and then you can ask.
Of course.
So the burden of initiative is on men at almost every single step along the way. Generally speaking, are there some women that approach guys? Sure. Are there some women that go for the first kiss? Sure. Are there some women that will carry the conversation and try to set up a date and plan it and meet me here? I'll do this. Are there some women that pay for dates? Sure. However, it's not the majority. So we have to look at what's happening generally speaking. So as a guy, typically the burden is on you to, let's say it's on a dating app. You're going to have to maybe send a match. You're going to have to send the first message. You're going to have to carry the conversation there. You're going to have to ask for the number. You're going to have to plan the date, set up the date, pay for the date, and then move things forward physically. So there's all kinds of logistical things. Okay, how am I going to try to get her back to my place? Okay, how do I close the physical distance? How do I go for the first kiss? Most women don't initiate first kisses. Some do, but I'm assuming most of you, your experience is the guy goes for the kiss first.
No. And that's where I was going to pose a question to the group. where
Okay,
it's,
sure.
Just in general, how many of you guys have initiated dates or intimacy with a partner and been that person?
That's not a good question. The question should be, more often than not, who is initiating? It doesn't matter if once you saw some really hot dude and you asked him out on a date. The
Okay.
question is, more often than not, of your relationship and dating experience, have you initiated? And for most women, the answer is no.
yeah, mine would be no.
Here, we'll go around the table. Here, let's start over here. Go ahead.
Wait, what was the question? Like,
Of all the times you've been on a date, you've hooked up with a guy, you've been in a relationship, like who initiated?
Majority.
so
You guys say into the mic, please.
I would say, relationship wise, I have initiated most of them.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Most women will initiate the relationship conversation. I'm talking about the initial stages of courtship.
Yeah. Getting to
So-
the relationships, the initial, I'd say I definitely was the one to go up to the person or
Pursue
yeah,
this relationship.
Really?
pursue them. Yeah.
So you went for the first kiss.
Yeah, I did.
I don't believe
Stop
that.
the cap.
In one of my
That's
relationships.
such bullshit.
In one of the
You're
relationships.
not going to believe us no matter what we say, so I don't see a point in answering this.
So
Your
okay.
perspective has been thoroughly ingrained into yourself.
No, this
So-
is just the reality. This is just
But why are you
reality.
asking
Most
us if you're just going to call bullshit?
I do think men are
Bro.
Why bother
more
asking?
it's ludicrous.
pursuers
It's ludicrous
than
to
women.
say.
I agree with what you're saying,
Like,
but
it's-
I also agree
Yeah,
with it.
it's absurd to say that. Generally speaking, like for example, let's.
We're getting ready to do troll show, so in about 25 minutes or so. Yeah, it's in 25 minutes, Super Spurg. It'll be on my channel here. I gotta set it up and everything. So I want to thank Super Spurg here, Matt G, Hiawatha, Risey. Let's see who else came here. Mr. Yanafui, SHS Rebels, Eric Boyd. I think that's pretty much it. Get all the way to the top here. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll see you all. We'll see you all in about half an hour or so. All right, thanks for coming, everybody. Bye.